Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes, welcome to the last video of 2022. Man, those numbers, beautiful. It was a blessing for me in disguise, because when I tell you that I've been blessed a lot this year, it would probably be an understatement, because I don't know how the fuck I managed to do anything this year. Let's kind of start from the beginning. I'm gonna try to go in order of the months of this year, because I believe this year was something that's never happened to me. I never thought it would be possible. Just things in general. So let's start from the beginning. The beginning of this year, I was a mess. I was going through my personal stuff, friendships and things like that, and I was just feeling extremely lost. I started out this year wondering if things would get better, and I was really hoping things would get better. And so from January or February, I just kind of started dabbling more into photography, because I was in photography before, but I really want to step it up a little bit for this year. So I did some photography with my friend Samaya. We did a couple of little photo shoots. I don't know if I'm gonna put any photos on here. Probably will now that I said it. But it was really fun. I was also working on a short film for my mentor. We were working on we were starting it in December, where we were looking for the cast, and January we were still looking for cast. Towards the end, then we found our cast, and we started shooting in February. I was there for the shoots, but I was mainly the assistant editor. That's mainly what my job was. So I didn't get to be on all the film shoots, but I did go into the editing room. And when I tell you it was a long process, it's a long process with over 300 raw footage and 300 audio, plus writing all that footage down on a spreadsheet. It was a lot, okay? It was a lot. But I loved it. I loved learning every little piece of what it takes to make a project, especially something as official like that. And the reason why I put official is because what determines official, and that's something I've learned, what really determines official, because there's times where I feel like I'm not official, but I do things like how official people do it, or I do things that are in a different way but that get the same results. But so yeah, I don't know if I would call myself a professional, even though I don't really get paid to do it. I do it because I love film, and that's why I do it. Another thing is, towards the middle of the months, I started kind of breaking out of my shell and work. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. I'm a full-time dog walker, as a self-employed dog walker. I've talked about this a lot on my podcast, but I'm so grateful for all my clients that have been sticking with me throughout the time. And March and April and May, those were the really pinnacle moments of because I got just client after client after client during that time. And I was also still working on the footage and all the stuff, because this was a fucking process that took a while. Then we started fully editing it. I'm not sure. I think we finally finished in August. Everything, because we still were shooting some stuff, so it took us the entire year to make the short film. And I'm gonna circle back to it soon. And so yeah, so I was just getting clients, and when I tell you that I was surprised by how much I had to manifest for a lot of this, because I truly, truly want to be a filmmaker, and I truly, truly want to be a good dog walker. And I know dog walking isn't the glamorous job. It's not, but I love animals. That's why I have a cat and a dog of my own. I love animals, and so taking care of animals is something I love. Another thing is that June, I got to go to Pride this year. I've never went to Pride. I've been dreaming of going to Pride since 2015. I've been wanting to go to Pride. I finally went to Pride this year on my 22nd birthday. I was so happy, even fucking though I was trapped in New York because they closed off way too many blocks. I get it, but there was just emptiness, and they weren't even letting people cross when there was nothing there. It was exhausting. But overall, I had a great birthday. I even went to dinner, Cheesecake Factory. I know people hate the Cheesecake Factory, but I just wanted my burger and fries. Yeah, July was, it was okay. Nothing too eventful for July, I believe. August, I got to go to Six Flags with my friends. I haven't went to Six Flags since I was a freshman in high school, meaning I was like 15. Yeah, I was like 15 when I went to Six Flags. So going back to Six Flags was amazing. Had so much fun, and I even got to go to the Halloween event, even though we didn't get to go to Fright Fest because we didn't know that you had to pay a specific thing for Fright Fest. But I got to do more rides because we mainly went to the water park in August. And so we actually got to really try out the rides this time, in October. And I also got to make a short film with actors I met at a film meetup in New York. His name is Lamarck. We got to work on a little short film. He wanted something to do with school and like a college thing. So I was like, okay. So I wrote it in like a day. I pretty much wrote the script in a day. And we shot 2 days later. Like, it was a very quick process. I don't recommend doing too many quick processes because, like, I like to be prepared. I like to, like, know every, like, little inch of what's gonna happen because I don't like things going wrong. Even though I know for a fact things go wrong. I don't like things going wrong, okay? It was a really fun thing to do. I met some amazing people and I will be working with them again. I'm going to be try to write another script for them. It's going to be longer than the 3 minutes. The reason why that film was 3 minutes was because he needed it for like a reel, and he needed like a 3-minute reel. So that's why the film was 3 minutes. But don't get me wrong, I would have made it longer if I could. But we wanted to stick to 3 minutes because of the reel. But anyways, another thing that I wanted to mention was my weight loss. If you guys are triggered by weight, you guys can skip to whatever time that I stop talking about it. But I'm going to talk about it a little bit. So I think I talked about this a little bit on my podcast. I talk about everything in my podcast. If you guys want to like know the interpersonal whatevers of my life or things, you can go to my podcast channel. I talk about it a lot. I said podcast channel. I just made podcast. It's a playlist somewhere. It's called Up Episode if you didn't know. I think you guys know. I post that more than anything else this year. Anyways, I've struggled with my weight for like a couple of years now. 2020, I was over 200 pounds, and there's nothing wrong with being big. I was just very insecure because it just doesn't fit my body type, and like it doesn't fit like me. Like I just don't look good. I don't look good big. There's a lot of good-looking big people, okay, and they're beautiful. I just don't look good big, okay? And I don't look good skinny either. Don't get it twisted. I used to be, like, some people know, I used to be really skinny, like, underweight skinny. And it wasn't because I was, like, starving myself or anything. It was because my metabolism was extremely fast. Like, I used to eat a lot. Like, I used to force feed myself to gain any weight. And that wasn't happening. I literally had to drink protein shakes and Pediasures and anything that was very fattening, and I would overeat just to gain anything. But then as I got older, it slowed down, and that everything I was doing catched up to me, and I gained a lot of weight. In 2018, I was like extremely depressed, and I was eating myself down. So I struggled with weight for a while. I think that's why you guys would probably notice I tend to kind of record from right here, from like the shoulders, because I was really insecure about the rest of my body. But this year, I was like, I'm going to fix that. I'm going to try and change everything. Because in Six Flags, I kind of was embarrassed that I was the only guy with a shirt on, like with a swim shirt. I was like, man, like I wish I could just be confident in my body. And even though I've lost a lot of weight, I still wouldn't take off my shirt. So I don't know, like I have gotten better with my body, like just appreciating it. I've been going to the gym. I've been going to the gym a lot this year. I've been eating better. I've been I haven't been like stress eating because I also did that a lot. I used to stress eat as well. And I do still stress. Don't get me wrong. I fucking stress all the time, especially financially, because I'm very like I'm always like worried like, oh, can I do this? Can I do that? Can I pay that? Everything usually works out for the best, but that anxiety still creeps in. But yeah, so things like that. Like I'm trying my best not to eat just because I'm bored. Eat a little healthier. I do sometimes calorie count, not really calorie count on me, more calorie count on what I'm eating. Like if something is like 600 calories and I already ate something and I didn't even know what that one was, and I'm like, but this is like this big. That's not gonna fill me up, and it's 600 calories. What? So I try to make more healthier food choices and like eat more vegetables. Even though I love vegetables, I've always liked the vegetables. Even when I was like big, I still loved vegetables. But I'm trying to like just be a little bit more cautious of like what I eat instead of just eating everything and not paying attention, because I do still have a pretty slow metabolism. So I do have to be careful with what I eat, because if I overeat even like a little bit, I start gaining that weight again, and I'm not trying to go back to it. I don't know if you noticed, but I do look a lot slimmer. I hope so. I've lost, I think, 40 pounds this year. And that's because I started I started doing all this workout, whatever, like August. Like, well, no, I started in July, but like I was like not taking it seriously, so I was losing like maybe 1 or 2 pounds that month. So this like starting August is like when I really took that shit seriously. I was drinking protein shakes and not eating. I kind of starved myself a little bit, not too much, and I promise, like I promise you guys, I'm not starving myself. In the beginning, I was like not eating as much as I should probably be eating, but that's because I was just like so like angry at myself for not losing weight, and I would lose like maybe 5 pounds and I'll still be close to the 200s. Last year I was 195, and yeah, I'm talking about my weight very openly. That's because I'm at a place where I can just talk about things. I'm not ashamed of anything. I'm not ashamed that I gained that weight, even though I was a little bit. But it taught me how to be more, like, to take care of myself more. And I was not taking care of myself, mentally or physically. This year, and this is why this year is so good for me, is that this year I really took care of myself. Like, straightforward, like, I really did self-love this year. I was meditate. I was literally going onto the roof, looking at the moon, meditating. I don't meditate. This is something new. Like I start meditating. I start asking the universe for advice. Every time I feel stressed or something, I see the 222 or 333s or 555s, 111s. I just see all the angel numbers. I sound like I was glitching for a second. But I see all the like every time something's happening and I see the angel numbers, I know things are gonna be okay, and that's why I actually got a tattoo that says 222 on it, this year, because it's like a guide for me. Like I always wanted to get a 222 number. Don't get me wrong, but this year was like the perfect time to get it. I wanted to get the tattoo on the date 22222, but that didn't happen. I think I made a podcast that episode. I made a podcast that day. So yeah, I think it was I forget what you call them. A bonus episode. So yeah, it's a bonus episode. I just think you guys will enjoy the podcast, especially my bonus episodes, because they have all the tea. Because I don't have any filter anymore. Sometimes I do, just because I don't want to start shit. But there's times where I'm just like, fuck that. I'm gonna say my truth, the truth, anything, and like I have things to back myself up. Like, I'm not someone who goes and lies, because it can easily be disproven. Especially because I don't really talk on the phone. I get very anxious sometimes when I talk on the phone. So a lot of my conversations are through text message. So if I were to lie, people could just screenshot and show it. So like I'm not lying. Like I could just straight up show it. But that's another thing. I've stayed out of drama this year. And what I mean by drama, I don't mean like the stupid like internet bullshit. I just mean drama in like my personal life. No drama. Like that's the first. last year there was a lot of drama, and the year before some drama. Like there was drama throughout my life, but this year was so fucking peaceful. When I tell you, like it was very fucking peaceful. I'm just like in such a better place, mentally, physically, spiritually, best place I can ever be. Now, what I hope for next year is I hope things get even better. I hope things start working out even more. I'm even thinking about going back to school. Now listen, I still have debt, right? But I'm gonna be getting help to go back to school. I'm not gonna talk too much about that because like that's a little too personal. But yeah, I'm gonna be getting help, and I'm thinking of going back to school, film school actually. And yeah, I might even be like a full-time student. Obviously I'm gonna try to like do part-time with my dog walking, but I'm gonna be a full-time student and just perfect my craft even more and just have bigger and better opportunities. I'm still going to be working with other actors and clients and just things in my life that I've already have connections with. Like I have connections with a bunch of people and people that want to work with me. So this year was just to like mentally and physically prepare myself for next year. I'm going to also try to make more videos next year if I have the time, because I'm probably going to be busy. I was pretty busy this year. Sometimes I can't do anything because of how busy I can get sometimes. But I'm going to try to be more like efficient with videos. I did do music videos this year, and those were fun. I got a guitar, and you guys probably seen that I made a cover of TV. That's actually the reason why I got that guitar, was because I really wanted to play that song. But I am learning other songs, so please stick around. Guitar is like my new thing. Yes, I have the ukulele. Yes, I'm still going to play ukulele. But I'm going to be really getting into guitar because that's something I've been wanting since I was a kid, a guitar. And the reason why I got a ukulele was to practice before I get a guitar. So yeah. Oh, and before I forget, something that I also forgot to mention was in December, I got to attend my first film festival. It was the Yonkers Film Festival. It was actually their 10th anniversary. And I got to attend because the film we worked on was called Machina, and it was presented, and we actually won. I believe it was, I had to like look it up, but it was called the Audience Choice Award. We won that. Hey, editing me. Okay, so it's been like a couple of days since I filmed this video. I'm adding this in here because I just found out, I believe, yesterday or the day before, we actually won 4 awards now. Like, we've won more since the initial video. So we won best short, best script, best direction, and best assembled cast. So yeah, I just wanted to add that there. It's on here, but I'll probably have this. I'll probably add it onto the screen. But yeah, it's also Christmas. So, well, actually no, it's Christmas Eve. It's not Christmas. But whatever. Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because we won more awards. So, anyways, I hope you guys have a great holiday, and I'm trying to post this as soon as possible because I'm a little late. Sorry, I've been procrastinating. Peace. I also got to see my name in the credits. It was so nice. I'm also on the IMDb credits for that film. Now, I know this isn't like anything spectacular. I'm not saying I'm in some Hollywood movie, but it's different. It's bigger than anything I've ever done. And I think it's important. And it's another reason why I love this channel, and I love the progress I've made, and why I take so much pride in it, is because I started out with just a crappy phone that was broken, with no tripod, nothing. I just had a TV stand, and I just had my phone on a TV stand and made stupid little videos in my living room, to now working with producers, working with other actors, and just being in the industry and really like getting to know people and getting to perfect something that I used to do for free with my little iMovie. I'm getting to do all these big things, and you guys are seeing it, or some of it, and you're not seeing all of it because a lot of it isn't on YouTube and it's more of an outside resource, but I'm seeing it at least, you know, and I'm trying to show you guys what I've been learning on this channel. I'm sorry if, you know, I haven't really been posting, so you guys aren't seeing every little thing I've done or been working on. But that's going to change. This year, I just want to like learn and like do stuff outside of the channel. So when I do go back on the channel, because remember, YouTube isn't my career. I'm not trying to become a YouTuber. You know, I want to have a more fulfilling time, but I do want to have YouTube as my creative outlet, because I'm sure I'm going to be working with people that I don't necessarily like their style or like the way things go, but I work with them just because I like to do something creative, right? This is my channel. This is where I get to throw out all my ideas, all the things I like to do, and just explore and have fun with no worries about if people are going to like it or not, because this is just an exercise for me. You know, it's just a fun little place to throw out whatever crap I come up with. Like, I don't know, but I hope you guys do stick around to see all these stuff, because I do want to keep making content on here, and this is my playground, you know? I make mistakes, I make dumb choices, but it's there, and it's something I can learn from. And I've learned so much in my journey from YouTube, because I've been doing YouTube now for 6 years. Going on 7, because we're going to be in 2023. So going on 7 years doing YouTube. That's a long time. And I'm a totally different person. Some parts I'm still the same. I'm still the crazy and sweet and shy person. But the way I go about things, the way I navigate the world is so different now. And I'm so happy to have all that footage. I'm so happy to have everything. And yeah. I know I ramble a lot, and I know you guys are probably like annoyed that I'm talking about all of this. I just really want to leave this year off on a very positive note. I've been in such a better fucking place. Even though I can get sometimes a little mad or sad, like, you know, I'm not like fucking happy 24/7. That's like impossible and a little creepy. I'm just happy that I'm at a place where I can be like, yeah, even though shit can happen and bad things can happen, I'm not gonna like break down like I used to. I'm going to fight and figure out, and yes, I can be stressed. I can fucking cry. I cry, you know. I cried like just the other day. I cry, but after I'm done crying, it's ready to problem solve. I'm a problem solver, you know? I'm going to try my best to make things a better place, a better like life for myself and the people around me. That's all I want to do, is just bring happiness and bring joy and positivity to the people around me that don't feel it at the moment. That's me. That's how I fucking run. You know? That's how I always run, but like this year's like very, very prevalent, right? Okay? Another thing, before I head off, I know I didn't talk about this at all online, really, but as you can notice, I have a nose ring, and I have a, I forgot how you call this, an industrial piercing. Yes, so yeah, I have an industrial piercing and nose piercing, a septum, because I've always wanted a septum piercing for like years, but I was always scared of getting a nose piercing because the pain. But I got it because I was like, I want to look cool, so I got it because I freaking love these, and I could just like shove them in my nose so you don't even see it. Well, I don't know if you can see it on the camera because I'm blind. But I also have an industrial piercing. This one I didn't know I was gonna get till like maybe a month before I actually got it, and I thought I was gonna like wait a little longer to get it, and I got it like just this. I don't know. I didn't get it the same day as my tattoo. I was about to say, like, did I get it the same day as my tattoo? I didn't. But yeah, I got piercings this year. I got more piercings technically because I already had like the ears. But yeah, more piercings. I only got one tattoo this year. I didn't want to spend that much money, even though I should have. Instead of getting my guitar, I should have just gotten a tattoo. But I really wanted to play guitar, guys. Anyways, I'm rambling. I hope you guys had a good Christmas. This is usually post on Christmas, so Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy whatever you guys celebrate. In that in this month of December. Man, I can't believe this year's ending. It's crazy that this year felt both short and long at the same time. In a good way. In a good way. Not that it was like painfully long. Like it was just like so much was happening that it feels like forever ago, and it was only like a couple of months. But yeah, so I thank you guys for sticking around for this long. I don't know how long this is going to be because I'm editing. I love you guys, and I hope you guys stay tuned to everything that I try to make for next year and then to the years to come. I love y'all, and Kazoon tight.